Before we talk about discipline, do this once with me. Sit upright wherever you are. Place both feet flat on the ground. Let your shoulders drop. Exhale fully through your mouth. Now inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6 seconds. Do that one more time. Good. If your mind feels even slightly quieter than it did a moment ago, that is discipline beginning. Not motivation, not force, discipline. Most people never experience this state on command. They wait for it to arrive. The samurai never waited. Miyamoto Musashi won over 60 duels and never lost once. Not because he was the strongest man in the room, not because he was the fastest, not because he had better weapons. He won because he removed weaknesses from his life long before he ever stepped into combat. While his opponents trained technique, Musashi trained his inner state. Ancient samurai masters warned their students about specific habits that quietly destroyed discipline. Habits that felt normal, habits that society encouraged, habits that trained the mind to resist consistency without the person ever realizing it. If you practice even a few of these habits daily, discipline never fully forms. You may look disciplined from the outside, but internally you remain reactive, inconsistent, and dependent on mood. What makes this dangerous is that these habits do not feel like weakness. They feel reasonable, comfortable, human. In the next few minutes, you are going to recognize 9 of these habits. You will likely see yourself in more than one. That is normal, but you do not need to fix all of them. Samurai never did. Discipline is not built through overwhelm. It is built through precision. The first habit is beginning your day without any form of ritual. Most people wake up and move straight into chaos. Notifications, decisions, noise, pressure. There is no transition between sleep and action. The samurai never lived this way. They practiced raizeki, proper ritual. Before training, they bowed. Before eating, they paused. Before battle, they centered themselves. This was not superstition. It was nervous system training. Discipline is not a personality trait. It is a triggered state. When you begin without ritual, you rely on willpower, and willpower is fragile. It depletes quickly under stress. Ritual does not deplete. It cues the body automatically. The replacement is simple but precise. Create a short opening ritual that never changes. Cold water on your face, 3 slow breaths, 1 intention spoken quietly, then your first action. Same order every day. After a few weeks, your body begins to move without negotiation. That is discipline. The second habit is acting only when you feel motivated. Some days you feel focused, other days you wait. Your behavior depends on your emotional state. Samurai trained according to Shukujin, sworn discipline. They did not ask how they felt, they acted because it was time. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Every time you wait to feel ready, you train your brain that feelings control behavior. Over time, this creates a weak internal hierarchy where mood outranks intention. The replacement is choosing one daily action that is non-negotiable. Same time, same place. No discussion, especially on days you do not feel like it. This is how discipline stops being something you try to do and starts becoming who you are. The third habit is practicing without measurement. You meditate but do not track days. You train but do not record consistency. You rely on memory and feelings to judge progress. Samurai kept kiroku, written records of training, repetition, and outcomes, not for pride. For clarity, what you do not measure cannot guide improvement. Without feedback, the mind loses interest. The replacement is tracking one simple thing. Did you do the practice today, yes or no? That alone creates accountability. The fourth habit is constantly changing methods. A new book, a new system, a new technique, always learning, never settling. Samurai followed Ito, one path. Once a method was chosen, it was followed deeply. Depth builds power. Variety builds familiarity, not mastery. Every time you change methods, you reset progress. Your nervous system never adapts fully. The replacement is choosing one approach and committing to it for 100 days. No switching. No optimizing. Depth rewires the brain. The fifth habit is trying to build discipline alone. When no one sees your effort, excuses survive. You can quit quietly and tell yourself a story. Samurai trained with nakama, trusted companions who witnessed effort, not results. Not motivation, presence. The replacement is finding one person, sharing one daily commitment, reporting honestly. Being seen changes behavior. The sixth habit is celebrating too early. One good day and you reward yourself. One completed task and you relax. Samurai lived by kansei, emotional restraint. They did not celebrate effort, they respected completion. When reward comes too early, the brain registers success before the behavior is stable. The replacement is delaying reward until 30 consecutive days are complete. No exceptions. Completion earns reward. Activity does not. The seventh habit is accepting your own excuses. I am tired. Tomorrow will be better. One day does not matter. Samurai practiced shiko, ruthless self-honesty. Every excuse accepted strengthened avoidance. The replacement is assuming the excuse is false and acting anyway. This feels uncomfortable at first. Later it feels freeing. The eighth habit is stopping when results are not visible. Most progress is invisible at the beginning. Samurai called this Minai Shinpo, unseen growth. Neural change takes time, usually 60 to 90 days. Most people quit just before the shift becomes permanent. The replacement is committing to 90 days without evaluation. Trusting time, trusting process. The ninth habit is practicing without purpose. Doing things because you should, not because they matter. Samurai trained with Kakugo, resolve tied to purpose. Every action answered the question, why does this matter? The replacement is stating your reason out loud before practice. I am doing this because meaning fuels consistency. Now, pause for a moment. Count how many of these habits you recognized in yourself. Be honest. Do not try to eliminate all 9. That is ego, not strategy. Pick one, replace it for 14 days. Musashi did not win by doing more. He won by removing weakness. And if you are watching this and recognizing your own patterns, your own struggle with consistency, your own difficulty sustaining discipline, understand this. You are not broken, you were trained this way. Discipline is not inherited, it is built. The warrior who moves without resistance is not born, he is conditioned, through repetition, through awareness, through removing what weakens him. If this video made you see discipline differently, made you question the habits you thought were normal, I invite you to subscribe, like the video, and stay with this channel. This channel is for people who want truth, not comfort. For those who are serious about building strength quietly, without performance, without noise. Which habit are you eliminating first? Say it in the comments. Being witness turns intention into action. Until next time, remove what weakens you, train what remains, and walk the path.